Hola, hola. Hey, 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 what's going on? Let's go live. Instagram, sorry. For some reason, can't get through Insta. Hello, hello, hi, hi, gigpreneur. What's going on? Welcome, welcome. Happy Monday in hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, and I help folks create a side income using social media. Why not? Why not? Why wouldn't you take advantage of the gig economy? What's happening right now? People doing things on the side. Amina, how are you? Welcome. Good to see you. We are live on all channels. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. If you're joining me live, Rebecca, how are you? Josie, little Pam, Hector. I gotta be careful with some of these usernames that you guys use in TikTok. Yeah, gotta be careful. You guys get pretty crazy, creative on me. You know, Princess Leah, Fern Schwartz, Carol Sue, Naleen, Gary. How are you guys? Welcome, welcome. If you're joining me live, let me know where you are tuning in from. It'd be kind of cool to know. I myself, I am in Southern California. Got so many new folks. It'd be nice to know where you are tuning in from. Lisa, how are you? Aisha, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Joe, good to see you. May, KZ, let's go. So I don't know if you follow the news. If you don't, that's probably a great idea. But this one is kind of hard to miss. We're having fire. I look this way because I can actually see the fire from my patio balcony. I can actually see the fire, and yeah, it's fire. it's it's definitely flames going up in the air. So I can see choppers on top. They're trying to pour water. It is let's see, 10:14 p.m. here in Southern California. Where are you coming in from, Petra? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to. Hi, Lisa. Trying to stay safe. Yeah, it's pretty crazy to actually see it from here. It's pretty crazy to to see it. And I live by by a lemon grove, so it's all trees. So we're hoping, yeah, they're evacuating the Rancho Santa Margarita. They are. Oh wow. So where you must be from out here then, right? Sea girl, right? You must be from out here. Yeah, I'm in Tustin, so I don't know if you know where that is, but like by Tribuco Canyon, the mountains, the hills. I'm there. I'm right there. So and Big Bear. What? Nice, see. Okay, okay. Oh, by HP. Okay, gotcha. Oh, that's so cool. Wow, that's so cool. You're here. I'm so used to having folks from like all over the world. It's so cool to have somebody like here. And this is where you are, and you need to probably leave. Yeah. I haven't heard anything about evacuation yet, but I can definitely see the smoke like coming this way. So you're local. That hey, make sure you follow me, and then I'll follow you back so that we can connect. That would be so cool because I rarely get people locally. It's mostly thank you for the follow. I'll definitely make sure I follow back. Yeah, it's mostly worldwide. So You are in for a good live. If you're new to my lives, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you. Hopefully, it won't be your last time, right? I've been going lives for 5.5 years. We just counted a few days ago. It was 2,100 lives in a row. So here we go. Here we go. Tonight, I want to give you a proof that it's so important who you choose to hang around. Oh, Cecile. Oh, okay. Good to meet you. Good to meet you. I'll definitely follow up with you right after the live. We'll connect. So glad you're local. Um, I'm gonna prove to you how important it is to have decent people around you. I promise you, it's so important because oh, thank you for all the blue is my favorite color. Love it. So it's so important because good friends can really help out with your journey, and bad friends can really pull you back from your purpose. So I can definitely vouch for that. I speak from experience too. But this one is a great story. It's actually a true story. If you don't know me, I love stories. I love sharing stories. I love hearing stories. I have a section called the story versus the glory. I have that on a T-shirt that I sell. By the way, I sell T-shirts as well. It's curiositysshirts.com. I ship everywhere. Check it out. And so I'm all about that story writer. Oh my God, we're definitely connecting, Cecile. We are so connecting. Um, and so it's really important, but and I love stories, right? I love stories and I love telling stories, and if it's a true story, I'm all over it. Like I love even like real stories, right? So this one goes way back when to Einstein. One day, one night, he's driving. Well, not he's not driving. His chauffeur is driving him to a lecture, but he feels so tired. He's been doing this all day. He's just beat. So he says, "You know what? I'm so tired. I wish I didn't have to do this tonight." And the chauffeur says, "Well, do you want me to do it? And I've heard you so many times, I can do it." And Einstein says, "Yeah, why not? Sure." So they switch clothes, and the chauffeur goes on the stage and gives this brilliant speech and lecture, just brilliant. Like you couldn't tell if it was a chauffeur or Einstein himself. And one of the ju- journalists in the crowd raises his hand and asks a question about the law of relativity. Maybe he wanted to like catch him or what have you. But he asks a question about the law of relativity. Oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I'll make sure I follow back. And so the chauffeur, without nudging at all, he says, "Ah, this question is so simple that even my chauffeur in the front row right there, he can even answer that question. In fact, would you come up here, please, and answer that question?" So Einstein, now playing the role of his chauffeur, comes up. You like these glasses? It's very nice. So now Einstein playing the chauffeur role, he gets on the stage, and obviously he nails his own question, right? The laws of relativity. Now the cool thing is after that, like everybody like gets the story, and nobody anymore asks any questions. So the moral of the story is you hang around the right people, you're gonna hear and read this stuff all the time, and it's just going to be a part of your life. I had an uncle that used to look like me or Einstein. Look like me or Einstein. Joe Coco. Oh, I love that. That's so cool. If you're not following me, follow me. Just ask myself. I'm super cool. I mean, I'm so cool. I was gonna do a skit for you guys tonight. Honestly, I just didn't feel like it. I'll do one tomorrow for sure. I'll do one tomorrow. I know you guys have been asking. I'll do a good one tomorrow. I promise. Maybe. No, I'll do one tomorrow. So the whole point is this: like you hang around the right people, you're going to start to speak like them. You're going to start to pick up their words and language. In fact, drop a one in the comment if you know what I'm talking about. Like if you hang around some people and then you pick up their words and you use them when they're not even there. You know what I mean? My grandma had it sounds like it was actually. Oh, that's that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, that's true. One. Yeah, exactly. Right. Cool. I love it. Jojo Coco. Thank you. I love that name. I could like I like that name. Like, oh, that's cool. Looks like me. Must be a good looking guy. For sure. So be careful who you pick around you. You know, after a while, I like I say all the time about thoughts, they find home, and then when they find home, it's really hard to get rid of them. It's really hard. So make sure you. I'll drop this and I'll bounce after this. I call it your MVPs, your morals, your values, your principles. Morals, values, and principles. Your MVPs. Um, you pick your crowd based on your MVPs. You pick your tribe, your friends that are going to roll with you. Yes, morals, values, and principles, MVPs. So based on those things, and I'm very particular with those because that's kind of important, right? With all those in place, and you being very selective in picking and choosing your MVPs and just sticking to them, right? I'll give you a simple one. Let's say, for example, you go to a fast food place, and they don't have free refills, but their drink fountain is outside, and in the middle of your lunch, you run out of your drink. Do you go fill it up without letting them know, or do you go to the cashier and tell them, "Hey, I ran out. I want another drink." That's just your MVPs. You're like, well, nobody's gonna find out, so I'll go fill the cup. Okay, I mean that's yeah, right. Um, you going there and paying another $2 for another drink won't kill you, right? But you practicing something that may be a simple one, right? That'll be a simple one, but it gets more complicated as you get as life gets more complicated, right? I respect people for who they are. Yeah, I mean, who they are is what they are. It's principle for sure. Deborah, how are you? Yeah, it's right, right. I mean, it's your MVPs. It's your morals, your values, your principle. It's like this. If somebody, those people who know me, if somebody went to them and said, Sean said this, 99.9999 out of 100 times that they would say, Sean wouldn't say that. Because I have drilled my MVPs everywhere. I just don't bend them. I'm very particular with them, so I don't bend them, and I feel like that serves me and those around me. So be very particular with them. How you deal with people who you love, who test your principle. Yeah, that's a good one, right? How do you deal with people you love who test your principle? So your principles are gonna be tested, right? If they don't test it, they won't know if it's really working or not, right? So the more solid they are, the more you'll hold on to them, the more you're gonna get challenged, right? Now, there's a big difference between somebody pushing your button all the time and challenging an MVP, right? If somebody knows that, hey, you don't like something and they keep doing that, that's not testing your MVPs. That's knowing that something is bothering you and they pick on it. right? So buttons is very different than your MVPs. And when it comes to buttons and like relationships and whatnot, it's it's like you have to be fair and firm with what you want, what you're asking for. And here's the big thing, and this kind of took a different turn, but I love it. Did everyone come? Oh my god! All right, here we go. Let's go. There's always that one person. Fair and firm. Yes, I'm gonna be fair and firm, but here's the thing: when it comes to that, you have to give more than what you ask for, right? If you ask for, oh, you know what, I want this guy to be truthful with me, then you got to be more truthful. I want a guy who's kind with me, you got to be more kind. I want a guy whom I can trust, you got to be more worthy. In a lot of ways, I'm not saying this is you, but in a lot of ways, it's sometimes we ask for that trust and love because we're not giving it, but and we just kind of want to double dip. We want it for ourselves and be beyond as well, and that's where it becomes really tricky. But if you like, for example, with me, if I ask for something, then I definitely am ready to give that, right? Let's say we ask for more than we're willing to give. You know, I always say people are like an ATM machine, right? You don't go to an ATM, withdraw cash when you haven't made a deposit, right? It wouldn't make sense. It's like, wait a minute. The ATM is going to say, wait a minute, you haven't deposited anything, right? And people are just like that. If you don't deposit first, you can't ask, right? You can withdraw. Now, here's the thing: you can deposit and deposit and deposit. You don't want to become a doormat, right? You want to deposit when you're asking. After a while, it just becomes a give and take. It just kind of flows, right? But if you feel like you're just depositing and depositing and depositing and you're not able to receive anything, withdraw anything, I don't know. Maybe it's time to switch banks. You know, I have been a doormat, so I relate to. Yeah, it's it's um it's uh it's tough, and I can relate to that. You know, because when you feel like a doormat, it's usually like everything, like physical, spiritual. It's draining. It just kind of it's exhausting. It's uninspiring, right? You kind of don't want to do much. But you know, if it's a relationship like that, then again, I don't know the details. We can definitely connect if you want. But if it's a relationship like that, then there's more hurt in staying than love. You know, even that love that once may have been there or was there, it's just gonna get nasty. It's gonna get ruined. It's gonna stink after a while, you know, and it's just gonna be rotten. So you know, not knowing all the stuff, all the details, if I were you myself, I've done this, so that's why I say it. I would write stuff out that bugs me and write stuff out that I love and have a chat. Have him or her sit down and say, hey, we got to go over some points. I want to go over some stuff. Stuff is bugging the heck out of me, and this stuff I love about you. So, and then you decide, you know. But at some point, you've got to stop because if you're not, if you're being a doormat, okay, if you're playing that role, and I'll give you a little harsh, little some to think about, okay. if you're playing that role, and if you feel like that, you got to check to see where else you are that way. Where else do people take advantage of you? Maybe at work, maybe a coworker, maybe parents, family, distant family, another friend, classmate. I don't know. But also, if you're feeling that you are being a doormat, then one of your MVPs is loose. Because one of my principles is you can't use me. I've been there. I've been used. I've been abused. I've been kicked in the you know where when I was down. I've been spit at. But you know what? No more. I had to fix that. Right. And I'm very okay with nicely letting somebody know, hey, listen, you're really getting into my space and I don't really like that. What you're sharing with me, I don't really appreciate. I don't want it. Right. So if you're feeling like that, that's one of your MVPs. You gotta be at a point where you say, you know what, this is not healthy for me. Drinking like 12 Pepsi cans a day is probably not a good thing for me. It's the same thing here. Right. So though that's why I'm so all about that MVPs, your morals, your values, your principles. You want to just, you know, secure them, be tough on them, and whatever you're asking from the universe, from God, from whomever, whatever you're asking, you got to be willing to not only be that person, but give it, right? Give it. So it can't be just one sided. So hopefully you guys got some love. You took me another direction. I love it. You did. Hopefully you guys connected. I'm gonna hit you guys up right after this. Hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this. If you're not following me, I'm all over. I'm literally everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Well, obviously TikTok, YouTube, Threads, X, LinkedIn, everywhere. And I go with Side Gig Sean. So yeah, if you feel like this is worthy of sharing, do what you got to do. Spread the love. Tag a couple of people. Let's go. And I help folks create a side business using social media. So some of you may be having it. I call everybody a gigpreneur. That's another shirt, gigpreneur. And gigpreneur is somebody who you got a job, a full-time, part-time, maybe you don't even have a job, but you're like, you know what? Everybody's making something online, something on the side. I want to do that too. I just don't know what to do. Hit me up if that is you. I'll share with you what I do, and it has nothing to do with my lives. I do the lives because of, I don't know, because I like to. Yeah. So let me know if you're open to taking a look. I'll share some info with you and answer your questions, and you decide what you want to do. Either way, I'll help you either way. So with that, I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, and I help folks create a side income using social media. Signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.